Today's 4K Master Out is going to start us at the BADTFL Regional Office. Our very first goal here is to go ahead and get Curie back to her synth form because the stat growth that she has is just astronomical, and we're absolutely going to want that going into the Institute. So before we get too far into this, let's go ahead, clear this area out of all the enemies. We're just going to speed run this basically with the spray and pray, and then we're going to move on to one of the coolest places in Fallout 4 that I feel like a lot of people don't go to, or at least don't really take time to explore. So that's going to be the bulk of this episode. We're also going to finish things off with the railroad. So let's go ahead and take out the boss Sparta right there. Take them out lightning quick. And before you know it, we're going to have Curie ready to go. So again, we're just speed running this area, take out everything we can, just take any of the things that don't weigh anything. And as you can see, our fusion core is removed because we are still in that power armor, at least for the moment. And at this point, we are just running, taking care of all of these, and I believe that should be about all of them. Again, this area is just littered with raiders, and it's pretty intense to come here at an early level, but just like that, I think we're good. Curie.
Monsieur, may I borrow you for a moment?
I have some time.
I have spent much effort gathering information in our travels so far, and my self-diagnostics have come to a grim conclusion. It is not lack of data or lack of collaboration which stifles my scientific progress. The inescapable truth is there has never been a great robot scientist.
I'm sure your research isn't that bad.
You are polite to say this, but if something does not change, my efforts will be mere stagnation. The greatest scientific minds of history, the Einsteins and the Curies, my namesake, have had something beyond raw data analysis capabilities. They have had a spark. This elusive inspiration is something I must possess.
If there's a way you can do that, you should.
In fact, I must. If I am to advance my understanding of medicine in this strange world, I must embark on a great adventure. I must become human, or as close as I can. I must find a way to download all that I am into a human brain.
I'm willing to help, Curie.
And you save me once again. If you find someone, a brain surgeon, an artificial intelligence programmer, or someone who is an expert in matters of the head, please bring me to them.
Well, I think we know just the person, so let's go back to the memory den and Goodneighbor, Dr. Amari.
The glowing sea, Virgil. What happened?
I found Virgil. He has a way inside the Institute. But I need a code from a Courser chip.
A Courser chip? You fought a Courser? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a Courser. I don't know what that chip does, let alone how to decode it. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking Institute security. They're called the Railroad.
Thanks, Doc. How do I find them?
I can't contact them directly. They usually come to me when they have a synth that's escaped the Institute and wants new memories. But I do have a code phrase, some kind of clue if I ever needed to find them on my own. Follow the Freedom Trail.
All right. I'll find them.
Good luck. I'm sorry what I have is so cryptic, but hopefully you can figure things out as you go.
Doctor, my friend here needs your help.
Oh? I'm not a mechanic. What could she possibly want from me?
Oh, this doctor can help me? Greetings, doctor. I wish to download my data and core programming into a human brain.
You want what? Is she serious?
Can you do it or not?
I won't even consider something like this unless there's a good reason.
I was programmed to further our studies of disease, pathogens, and viruses. I cannot do this with the fundamental limitations of my robotic systems. If I become human, with the wealth of information in my databanks, I hope to do much good for the Commonwealth.
A pre-war robot with your knowledge and skills plus human cognition. Yes, you could potentially save many lives. It's an interesting problem. The memories wouldn't be hard. We translate those from the brain to computers and back all the time here. It's how the loungers work. Her personality, though. All the extra pieces of robotic programmed decision-making. A normal organic brain wouldn't know what to do with them. A synth brain, on the other hand, well, it's already somewhere between the two.
So it is possible, then?
Likely, even. We just need a synth, and I may be able to help with that. I've worked on synths before, giving them memory wipes so they can live a life free of the Institute. But the procedure isn't always successful. If something goes wrong, it can leave them in a brain-dead state. Living, but with no cognition. I know a caretaker for one of these brain-dead synths. If they're willing, we could try transferring your friend's consciousness into her.
I'd like to try.
We just need her caretaker's consent. Give me a day to get in contact with them. They're understandably cautious, but I think they'll hear me out.
I will stay with the doctor. Assuming all goes well, I want to be ready for the procedure.
And just like that, Curie's going to stay behind and wait for Dr. Amari to talk with the client. So let's just go ahead, wait here. And now if we head back down, we're going to see the caretaker that we need to speak to.
You're the one that wants to use G519's body? I just don't have the caps to keep her alive anymore. Life support ain't easy or cheap, you know? I was gonna pull the plug on her. What you're proposing sounds a little better. Better than letting her rot.
She'll be giving what's left of her life for someone else.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Since G5 has no one else, for what it's worth, you have my consent.
Thank you. I know this must be difficult.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Curie, let's begin. Curie, terminate all non-essential operations.
Affirmative.
All right. Connection complete. I have access to your friend's memories. G5's already been prepped, so this shouldn't take long. Yes. There.
My chest. What is happening?
Just breathe. It's an autonomic function. Just let your body do what it must.
I feel so strange.
Listen to me. Can you hear me? What is your name?
My designation is Contagions Vulnerability Robotic Infirmary Engineer. Or Curie.
You had me worried there.
Do not concern yourself. I feel better now.
Good. Very good. Now let's test some cognitive functions. What is 1 + 2?
3.
If I threw a baseball at your head, what would you do?
Move.
Think of a strong memory. The first that comes to mind. Tell me about it.
Dr. Burrow was very old. He was the last living scientist in my section of Vault 81. He was on his bed, very weak. He said to me, "Curie, you must..." And he died before he finished the sentence. Oh, my insides feel peculiar. What is that?
You might be feeling grief for a friend.
This unit has no friends, but... there. My chest is tightening when I think of poor Dr. Burrow.
The operation appears successful. But I think it will take a lot of adjustment for your new friend. She may need your help to make the transition.
Thank you, Doctor, for this opportunity. The influx of
Just like that, we've got Curie in our synth form. Let's head to one of the coolest places in the Commonwealth.
Welcome to the Cambridge Polymer Labs. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
Sure, I'm game.
Let's begin the interview. Due to increased demands for staff in all fields, we have condensed the employment test accordingly. Question 1. Do you possess previous experience with polymer synthesis?
Sounds like you need me regardless, so let's get down to brass tacks.
Calculating test results. I am pleased to offer you the position of Sales Coordinator. Expect a loquacious future in haggling for military funding. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful.
Despite the ruined nature of the Commonwealth, you can still have that office experience by coming to the Cambridge Polymer Labs, a place that you've probably heard about, mainly from iBots roaming around the wasteland. So let's go in for our orientation and see what this is
Please
about.
find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation. The genesis of Cambridge Polymer Labs lies in the research of a group of brilliant graduate students. John Elwood, Erica Woolham, and Wilfred Bergman met during their time together at CIT. This slide shows them at their graduation. Their research into nucleostrictive and piezoelectric polymers caught the attention of Colonel George Kemp in the fall of 2073. In the spring of 2074, the company was founded with a generous grant provided by the Defense Experimental Research Project Initiative. The research produced here has resulted in several of the components used in the Liberty Prime project that led to the successful defense of Anchorage. The company enjoys a strong relationship with the military and welcomes your addition to the research team that helps build a better America. Please follow me to the research lab so that you may begin your work. Complimentary beverages are provided for employees. Please label any food or cigarettes you leave in the break room.
For anyone who's worked in office settings, this feels all too real, and that's one thing I absolutely love about this location.
This belongs in the garbage can, yes?
And literally, there's the break room. And over here, we have our filing room.
Sales staff are provided with a business suit, the cost of which will be deducted from your first commission. Please take a moment to dress in your proper work attire and follow me into the clean room. The research staff will greet you on the other side of the clean room. Thank you for your attention and welcome to the team.
Literally docking our pay just for our own uniform. Alright, into a clean room. Let's go.
I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Consequently, staff
have
will
they
not be
hired a
allowed to
maid?
leave the labs
Good
until
job.
the Piezonucleic lining project has been completed. Please report to the project lead, Dr. Elwood Woolham, for specific research assignment. Starting decontamination sequence.
Contamination detected. Initiating decontamination sequence.
Alright, so what's really cool about this location is we get to play around with the various chemicals to try and make ourselves a Piezonucleic Power Armor chest piece. Now, if you access the terminal here, it's going to give us the story of how we're going to put this test subject together. We're not bore with all the specifics here. Just know that this lab is divided into multiple cells. So this is cell block 2. This is where we're going to ultimately put everything together. Now, you can already see what happened to all the other people that worked here in the labs. So let's quickly get rid of them because we do not need them interfering with our research. So, every last one of you, Curie helping, let's go ahead and wipe out all the ghouls. We have no time for this. And just like that, at least for now, I think we're good. Now, back here is where we're going to get one of the primary substances for our experiment. However, we have to unlock that area. So, up top, we have ourselves the Protectron terminals. Not to be important, there is a lot of really good loot hidden around this area, but I'm much more interested on showcasing what all chemicals are in what room, because this thing is quite tricky to put together and easy to mess up. As you can see over here, we have yet another room. I think this one's C3. And again, you can see they're marked right outside, but you have to have very good hacking to get into it. So, there is a way to shortcut it, and we'll get there in a second. Now, down into room C4, let's go ahead and take out the ghouls that are hiding here. And our substance is going to be right there. It's sample 65. Now, again, we don't know what any of these samples are yet. We actually will have to test them back in the C2 laboratory room. So let's go ahead now that we've got our sample. As you can see, there's another one on the desk here. We'll get back to that in a second. Notice that this room doesn't have a marker. It's not C anything. So this is more or less a storage area where they just keep all the extra stuff at. And this one has literally been clawed through, so I don't think we're going to be going through that one anytime soon. Let's head back upstairs, because there is one room we can still access from the top floor. As you can see here, we've got ourselves all kind of pre-war goodies and a locked safe. We don't have the expert lockpicking skill yet, but we can do the terminal to get into it. But ultimately, that is the room we need to gain access to. So let's head back up top here. Let's go ahead, hack the terminal, break into a safe. At this point, let's see here. Crazy? No. Is it going to be round? Nope. 0 there. So ROUND, 0 there. Well, that narrows it down quite a bit, considering both of them came back zeros. Let's go ahead, test out.
Got it.
Right there. And just like that, we can go ahead, pop the safe open, and get everything here. Again, there is ways around these locked areas. As you can see, if you don't have lock picking, you can use the computer to get in the safe. And also, we can use the air ducts to get into Laboratory C3, which is one of the crucial ones we need to get into for this experiment. So, let's go over here, top side. Make sure to raid anything of any value while we're here, so we don't have to backtrack. Because after doing this, we're going to make a beeline for the railroad to finally get the main quests pushed forward, now that Curie is finally in her synth form. So, up top side, we can get into C1. Beware of more ghouls, since basically any room you go into now, you're going to find the ghoulified remains of the previous researchers. As you can see, this one's going to take us upstairs, but it's also going to give us yet another sample that's right here by the computer on the desk. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of other important things that we can get here, but in this room, we can get ourselves literally Mr. Cool Guy there wearing sunglasses on his computer before the bombs fell. And this one is sample 49. Literally has a tea kettle right beside the computer and everything. He had it made. Now, up top in the rafters, let's go ahead all the way around, and we can sneak ourselves back into that Lab C3, the one that was previously locked. And we know there's going to be opposition the second we get in there, so get ready. This area is heavily fortified, not just because of that one ghoul, you've also got landmines, and if it's not the landmines, you've also got a dang Tesla coil firing at you. This room is booby-trapped to the max. So let's go ahead. As you can see, there's a research terminal, but the more important thing that we want to get here is going to be that sample sitting right beside it. Also, lunch pail and some other really good items here. But literally, this is a way you can just shortcut your way in. As you can see, there was the trip for the Tesla coil that was burning the crap out of us. And we can use the terminal to break our way back out. Basically, getting into this room without needing hacking at all. So, let's go ahead. Let's grab ourselves the sample, which is 611, and head out. Now, down below, we go into the storage area that didn't have a C number to it. As you see, there's a ton of really good loot here. But, more importantly, there is a sample hidden right in the back. This is the green one, which is sample 3111. Now that we've got those taken care of, let's go back to C4, because this is how we're going to progress everything forward, is with the main terminal in here. Also take advantage of the microscopes they have, because that can be used for a lot of really good settlement build items. Let's head back into the deeper part, and Curie must be having an absolute field day with this place, because let's be honest, this is right up her occupation. As you can see right there, there's sample 413. And again, we will make sense of what all these samples actually are by the end of our time here, as we want to go ahead and look for a terminal. Again, really, really cool, realistic designs all throughout the lab here. I love whoever designed this dungeon because it feels so real, it's kind of scary. As we go ahead, let's pull out the terminal here, and this is how we're going to get into that restricted area down by C2, which is where we need to get the most crucial piece of our experiment. So we've got wood. Wood had nothing. Let's do holds. ULD, nope, not that one either. And since both of them were 0, just get the one that nothing matches to. And I believe that one's going to be right over here. Trick. Is this the one? ULD?
That's it.
Yes. Alright, so unlock it and be ready for even more resistance, because let's be honest, they are not going to let us progress in any way without there being more resistance. As you can see, all of a sudden the turrets came on and started firing at something, and that something is coming right at us. And it is a glowing one, so be careful, especially if you're trying to do this at a low level, because this thing is unforgiving. And just like that, I think we got it. Okay. Glowing one out of here, and just like that, all of our opposition at the Cambridge Polymer Labs is gone. We can finally somewhat relax through this section. Let's go back, get into our new area, and be careful of the extremely irradiated pit right here, as we need to make our way across the moat. You can't quite jump it on the side. You do have to get across the old-fashioned way. And as you can see right there is why it's irradiated. There's what we're after, the U-238. So now we have everything. Let's put it all together in the main computer back in C2. So as you can see, you can scan any solvents that you have. As you can see, left agent and right agent. That's what's going to tell you what all these unidentified substances are. So let's put in 2 different samples just to figure out what we've got here. And then all you have to do is just scan, and it'll tell you right there. Left is hydrochloric acid, right is lithium hydride. And actually, the lithium hydride is one of the 2 that we need for this experiment. Notice also how the hydrochloric acid is now named once we've scanned to see what it is. Now, the left one is gallium. So we don't need that for the experiment. Let's go on to the next one. Sample 611. 65 or 49, doesn't matter which one. So let's go ahead, scan this one, and this one is gold. And I believe this is the one we need for the experiment. So let's go ahead, run the loadout, and again, that U-238 is what we put over there on the right side. So U-238, gold, and the hydride are the 3 pieces we need to make ourselves the Piezonucleic Power Armor chest piece. And just like that, we have it. Look at those stats on the left side. This thing is mentally strong. Very good to use on one of our power armor builds, and Curie loved it. Let's go ahead, pull out the pieces that we do know, and let's put in the remaining unidentified ones just so that everything has a name now. And if we run the process now, we can see that we've got tungsten and cobalt. And just like that, we are done here.
I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Have you completed the research on the piezonucleic lining project?
The prototype is done.
Wonderful. Mandatory overtime mode disengaged. Clean room override disengaged. The director will want to see this immediately. Please, follow me.
Alright, how many of you think the director is still alive after all this time? Or at least a version of it? Well, come on, Curie. We've got a director to go visit. So just like that, everything is taken care of here at the Cambridge Polymer Labs. We just need to follow Molly all the way up to the top floor and get ready for the shenanigans, because you know they're coming. This has been a wacky quest so far, and it's to finish this way too. Again, how much this feels like a real professional office complex is outstanding. Whoever did this dungeon, kudos. As we finally make our way back to the top floor, originally we saw that there was an enemy signature back here, but now you notice that enemy signature is gone. So, somehow it got into the labs where we were.
This is Director Elwood's office. I expect he will be quite excited to see the prototype.
Alright, let's go see Director Elwood. And just like that, not seeing anyone.
Sir,
Is he hiding under the
news.
table?
The nucleus-strictive plating project has finally produced a working prototype. I must apologize for the director. He hasn't been himself lately. Must be the office flu. Payroll systems indicate that I have been authorized to provide you with a completion bonus at this time. Here is your bonus, minus taxes and benefits. Unfortunately, due to a lack of current projects, we must lay off redundant staff members at this time. This is not a reflection on your work, and we will be happy to provide you with a positive reference. Shutting down.
The way Molly literally just launches herself into oblivion after firing you is absolutely hilarious.
It can be unsanitary to
So just like that, we are pretty much done here. The only other thing that you can get is going to be a perk magazine that's right here by the computer stand. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a Massachusetts Surgical Journal. And just like that, the Cambridge Polymer Labs is done.
It is safe here? Yes?
Now that we've got Curie actually dressed up like a scientist,
Moving out.
back at Diamond City's home plate, I believe we are good to go. All the way back to the Boylston Club. Get ready for literally one of the toughest sprints through downtown Boston. This gets ugly no matter how many times I attempt to do this, no matter what level you are in the game. There is no easy way to follow the Freedom Trail. And that is going to be this big red strip that runs you all over the place in downtown Boston, which actually is based on a real place. If you actually go to Boston, Massachusetts, the Freedom Trail actually does exist there and does run you kind of all over the place to see certain sites and historical places. The problem is it's going to run you through some of the most dangerous parts in the entire game in Fallout 4. So, all I can say is ignore everything and just keep running. For the love of gosh, it is easy to get bogged down here because you're going to have bombers from the super mutants. You're going to have, as you see there, raiders throwing grenades at you. You've got gunners stationed all over the place. For the love of gosh, just don't sightsee, just run. I mean, heck, even alpha vicious mongrels are after us. There is no respite, and of course, that's what we have to deal with. So luckily the bombers can help blow up our groups of enemies, but daggone, this is ridiculous. So come on, Curie, don't even try to fight them, it's just a waste of time. Ugh. Literally everything's on fire at this point as we go by Fenwell Hall. I hope that's not based on a real place, because if it is, I have no idea how they're supposed to say it. And at this point, we have everything under the sun coming after us. And of course, we're going to end up missing the bomber's mini nuke. Just run. Just run. It is not where... Oh, crap. Now we got mongrels and we got glowing bloatflies. Holy cow. This is the type of nonsense you have to deal with in downtown Boston. And somehow I feel like it's still even more ridiculous in real life. So let's go ahead, get rid of the dang super mutants. We are trying to get to the railroad. Could you please stop trying to smack the crap out of us? Or at least pretend. Jeez. Somehow the shotgun is just not doing squat to it. There we go. And a very, very fortunate level up right there. So now we got everything off our tails for at least 2 seconds. Let's go ahead, continue around our side alleyway here as we are attempting to get out of this super mutant trap. Now that they've been dealt with, I don't think anything else is going to be popping up behind us. Let's keep running the Freedom Trail. Again, this thing is just designed to get you killed. And ultimately, we're going to end up at a place called the Old North Church. That's where it's all leading us to. So, around here, just ignore all the explosions. Pray that the game doesn't crash, because this is a very, very high crash area in the game. And just like that, I think we're there. As long as those super mutants stay back there. Yep, there it is. Alright, so just like that, we make our way all the way to the Old North Church. Now be ready, because this place is loaded to the brim with ghouls. The railroad hide themselves very well. As we make our way over here, let Curie catch up to us. Now we here, Alright. We are not messing around with any of the ghouls at this point. We have pretty much no ammo left, except for the equalizer. So, Gatling laser at the ready. And Curie, why in the love of gosh are you trying to punch things? You're a scientist, for the love of gosh. Anyway, whatever the heck's gotten into Curie, we need to go around here because we need to get ourselves into the basement. And that's going to be up near where we first came in. Off to the right is a doorway hidden under the staircase. But don't worry, once we get down here, you're going to be accosted by even more ghouls that we're going to have to deal with. Just like that. And around the corner. Don't even know what the heck's going on up there, but I'm sure Curie can handle it. Into the labyrinth. And the best way to clear the labyrinth is just always go right. No matter what directions you have, just always go to the right, and you'll eventually get there. Because we're ultimately looking for a gigantic dial where we're going to have to input the most obvious password to ever exist. And just like that, get the ghouls out of the way, and there it is. So, what do you think the password is to access the railroad?
So,
if your guess was the railroad, you're absolutely right. That is literally how well they decided to hide this whole thing. So let's go over here. We've got literally rail just right there all in a row.
Start with R.
Just punch it each time. It's slow, it's arduous, but once you do it the first time, you never have to do it again. So that's the good thing. And keep spinning. It's literally like one of those old-timey combination locks where you have to spin it around 3 times to a number, spin it back 2 for another, and 1 for the final one. And like that, ROA. Where's our D? Just like that, we are in. Alright, thank goodness.
There we go.
Now enter Desdemona.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the Synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I helped Carl out of a jam. He knows a guy who knows a guy, and they hooked me up with a lead.
We'll look into that. Last question. Why are you here?
I found a Courser chip. Can your people decode it?
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy, Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Hopefully we can work something out.
What you're asking for puts us in a tricky position.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside. A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Don't try anything, stranger. Hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh man, it's been ages!
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the courser chip.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
So did she make it to the border? I'm still waiting to hear from Randolph. I heard the runners hit
We're in.
resistance near Commonwealth.
Chip access.
Well, the safe house is
Just
dark.
poke the analog
Could be
connectors
weeks
a little.
before we get a debrief. I just want to know if it was
What?
worth it.
Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard, I got you. All right, solve for n. Come on. Show me that sweet base number. Come on, baby. Then we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
You know, I feel like the Railroad would be such a better organization if Deacon was in charge. I feel like Desdemona is the #1 thing that really holds the Railroad back from being an amazing faction. As you see that mark on the floor, it's actually a series of symbols that the Railroad uses. Kind of like the Thieves Guild in Skyrim, you want to always be looking for these symbols because they tell a lot of information about a particular location you're exploring, anywhere in the Commonwealth. So, one thing you may want to do is go over to the board that's going to be down here in the Railroad. As you can see, it has all the symbols put together on one side. And it'll say right in the middle what it actually is. So the plus is an ally, the box is a cache, X means danger, the right is just a pointer pointing you to something, the house is literally the safe house, aka the Railroad itself, and the blood splatter is a dead drop. So the main things you just want to watch out for are going to be the box and the X.
I keep thinking if I forget to do this, no more Curie. And suddenly, all this excitement we do, there is an element of something new. What if my arm is blown off? It is not so simple to repair this now.
Are you afraid?
I suppose it could be fear, but something else as well. It is a jumble. I will be fine. It is coming to me. Quickly, I hope. Just bear with me. I am sure my research will blossom with this magnificent new hardware. A moment, please.
Sure. I enjoy talking with you.
As do I. I owe you so very much, and I do not mean to sound ungrateful, but I fear I am barely holding myself together.
It's all right. I'm here for you.
Thank you. That means so much. Becoming a synth is just so overwhelming. At first it was a struggle just to master basic functioning. How to brush the teeth, how to operate with only 2 hands, etc. But now I am full of inconsequential thoughts. Feelings. How do you do everything with this whirlwind in the head?
I hope some of these inconsequential feelings involve me.
Yes. No. And see, now my head goes ever more. Spin, spin, spin. You make it look so effortless. Like breathing. But for me, it is so hard to focus. To do research. And inspiration is as elusive as ever. I fear I will never contribute anything to the world.
The world? Not so sure, but you've certainly made a difference to me.
More feelings. No words for them. The saving grace in all of this is you. As a robot, I had much appreciation for you. But now, it is deeper. I am still loyal. But now I do this because I want to. Because you are my friend.
So, just friends? Nothing more than that?
I feel very funny. I must cut this short. My eyes, they are malfunctioning. Adieu.
I absolutely love messing with Curie, especially when it comes to those speech options. And just like that, we have finally made ourselves to the railroad in the Old North Church, ready to finally make our way into the Institute itself. So, if you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist, like, share, comment, subscribe, some more Conceive videos, and we'll see you back next time. Take care, everyone.